I haven't broken the table yet, but I have broken the timer. I was lucky not to get disqualified from that competition. I actually had overconfidence. I won my first competition. I must be really good at this. I go to my second competition, nothing. I would say my teachers are my biggest inspiration.
What exactly is speedcubing?
So basically, speedcubing is
Hello everybody, my name is Thiaan Shah. Welcome back to Champs Unplugged. Today's guest is a 16-year-old who is mentioned in the Asia Book of Records, the India Book of Records, a speedcubing genius, triple gold medalist in shot put and javelin throw. Let's meet Vyom Birwatkar. How are you feeling today, Vyom?
a little bit nervous, but pretty good about this entire thing.
So don't feel nervous, this is just a conversation. It's not like this is gonna go live. But still, don't feel nervous. It's just a conversation.
Yeah, no pressure.
Okay. So what's one fun fact about you most people don't know?
I think on the surface, most people wouldn't know that I have an entire kind of career set aside for myself in speedcubing. Speedcubing is basically when you solve a Rubik's Cube really quickly. I would say if you can solve it under 30 seconds, you're a proper speedcuber. So yeah, most people don't know that about me at the surface. Like they wouldn't guess that I have this side hobby that's also a career.
Oh, so your school friends don't know about this?
Or my school friends know because it's in the newsletter all the time. Not all the time, once in a while.
Also, I have a small question. Do you like cheese in cubes or slices?
It's a good joke. I prefer cubes actually.
Cubes. Because of Rubik's Cube or just like eating wise?
I think both. It just happens to be a coincidence that I do cubes as well.
Okay, now before we twist the cubes, let's rewind and get to know the person all behind these records. So, which school do you go to?
Right now I study at Kanakia International School. That's in Chembur near the Mankur Lake Road.
And what's your favorite subject at school?
To be honest, I don't really have a favorite subject because all of my subjects are incredibly hard. But right now, if I were to choose, I would probably go for chemistry.
So why is chemistry your favorite subject as of now?
The truth is, chemistry wasn't always my favorite subject. It's mainly because of my teacher. Over the last 3 years, my teachers really improved my liking for chemistry. So if you go back to 8th grade, I hated chemistry a lot. I didn't understand anything. I was barely there in class. Like I didn't even know the first 20 elements of the periodic table. I didn't even learn them until 9th grade. I was supposed to know them before 8th grade, but I never bothered to learn them because I hated chemistry that much. Over the last 3 years, I have started liking chemistry a lot more. And at this point, I feel like it is a bit fun because you never know what you're going to end up with. You have to keep finding new elements, new compounds with these different chemicals.
So, what's your grade?
Well, I'm in IBTP 1, which is the 11th grade.
Leaving aside Rubik's Cube, so who's been your biggest inspiration at school other leaving aside Rubik's Cube?
Well, it's definitely been my teachers. Like I think most of my teachers are inspirations for me. They work so hard to teach us everything that they know and make us understand in such a way that we can apply that knowledge into our lives and will definitely pass our exams properly. So I would say my teachers are my biggest inspiration.
So can you tell us about your coaches both for athletics and cubing?
Well, for athletics, for shot put and javelin throw, I never really had any coaches, so I did what anyone would naturally do. I went on to YouTube. I looked up some of the best Olympic throwers for both javelin and shot put. I haven't done javelin in a while, so it's been I think maybe 2 or 3 years since I last did javelin. So back then I just used to watch the Olympic records. So they upload these 1 hour long videos onto the YouTube channel for Olympics, and I just used to watch each one of these athletes throw their best. And of course, in the last few years, we have seen Neeraj Chopra come up and deliver some of the most amazing throws for just Olympics in general, and of course gaining a few medals for India. And for shot put, I guess I've learned a lot from the 3-time Olympic champion, that's Ryan Krauser. So he has won the last 2 or 3 Olympic gold medals, and he's been winning pretty much everything there is to win in the last few years. So I've been following him on YouTube, on Instagram, just catching up with the latest techniques, how to throw further. I've been learning a lot from him, and that's how I got those 3 gold medals in shot put and javelin throw.
So Neeraj Chopra and Ryan Krauser are your inspiration in athletics?
Yeah, I would say
And
so.
in cubing, can you tell us something about your coaches?
Well, I haven't had a coach in a really long time, so I first had a coach when I started my cubing journey. That was about 10 years ago now. So my coach was Rupal Bora. So she used to run this coaching center at her house. So every weekend I would go over there and learn a few new concepts about solving Rubik's Cube. I did learn how to do it in, I think, a little bit over a year. And ever since then, I've just been doing that.
Has your coach given you any funny advice?
Well, it's been 10 years, so I don't really remember much. But I do remember that she taught me in a really cool way. Like, she taught me these different patterns that you could see. Like, she didn't give me these mathematical algorithms that you have to memorize and then use those for every single thing. She gave me these, well, kind of nicknames for these patterns that you can see. Like, there's the eyes closed. There's an L, a 7, all that stuff. So he made it pretty easy for me to learn.
Wait, hold on. You just said that you had a coach like 10 years back.
Yeah.
So now do you self-train or what do you do?
I think after the initial year of attending a coaching class, I decided to take things into my own hands, quite literally actually. And I decided to start doing this on my own. So for the first few years, I was pretty slow. I was maybe getting 1 solve or 2 solves in a day. I think maybe after 3 or 4 years, I was at 20 solves every day. And then after that, COVID hit, so I had a lot of time to myself. So I think that went up to maybe 60 or 70 solves every day.
Wait, you said you could do 60, 70 solves a day in COVID. That's really awesome.
Well, that's not even my peak yet. So after COVID, I decided to start participating in competitions again. So I really had to up my game. So I think between 2021 and 2022, I was somewhere around 100 solves every day. And then from then on, I've only gone and increased that by maybe 2 times, I think. So these days, I'm putting in maybe almost 200 solves every single day.
So you have to practice a lot, I'm sure, in cubing.
Yeah.
How do you balance school, training, and studies and classes?
So one thing I like to do is whenever I get a break in school or if I have a free class, I'll just pull out my cube. And then while I'm doing something, while I'm maybe watching a tutorial video on any math topic or something that I have to learn, I'll just play that in the background and I'll cube at the same time. Because it's been so many years that I've been doing this that I kind of don't really need to think while I'm doing it because I just know what to do. It's called muscle memory. So when I see something, my hands just know what to do instantly, so I don't really have to think too much about it. I can do 2 things at once basically. And then when I'm at home and I'm not at school, I'm not doing this in school. So when I'm at home, I put on a podcast for my global politics. So I put on the BBC podcast for all of the latest news. I listen to that while I'm solving my cube so that I can learn something new while I'm doing something I like. So it actually sticks in my brain, and instead of just sitting there going through hundreds of news articles, I can do something I really love and learn at the same time. So when I'm doing something I love, there's this really cool trick where your brain is releasing endorphins, which is the endorphins, and dopamine, which is the happy chemical.
Which subject does this come under, like endorphins and stuff?
Well, that would come under biology, which I really do not like at all.
So you do not like biology, but you use it in your daily life for cubing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So which do your school friends think you're better at? Athletics or cubing?
I would definitely say cubing at this point because it's not really in a balance anymore. Maybe 2 years ago it would be a decent balance, but now I have kind of scaled down athletics because we only have it maybe 2 or 3 months a year in school, and then cubing is an all year round thing. So I'm spending much more time in cubing than I am with athletics right now.
So now that we've met the actual Vyom, let's get to know the cube of Vyom. What exactly is speed cubing for new people?
So basically, speed cubing is when you solve a 3x3 really quick. There's different categories of speed cubing. You've got different cubes. You've got the Pyraminx, you've got the 4x4, 5x5, which I've got over there, and you've got many other shapes and sizes as well. I think it goes up all the way to 21x21, which I think someone has done in like 4 hours.
4 hours?
Yeah. And they've got to go at it at one time. Like they can't stop after 30 minutes, come back later and start again. They've just got to sit at it for 4 hours straight and just get it over with. So those people are just absolute freaks of nature. Anyways, back to speed cubing. Speed cubing is when you solve this thing really quickly.
So can you show us how it looks like while you're at a competition?
Well, I can try and show you.
Yeah.
So normally there would be on a table there would be a mat, cubing mat, it's basically a rubberized mat which is thick enough so that if when I stop the timer and drop my cube, it won't fall apart. So on top of that mat we've got the timer. It's a standard stack mat timer. They actually use it for these cup stacking speed speed stacking things. So that's when you take these cups and you stack them one on top of each other really quick, and then you bring them back down into 3 pillars, I guess. So we use that kind of timer. It's called the G5 stack mat timer. I think that's the latest one. So it kind of works like this. You put your hands on either side of the timer. So there's hand panels, and then the center console's got the time on it. So you put your hands on there, you wait for the green light to show up, and then you pick up the cube and you start solving. And then once you're done, you don't have to care about the cube anymore. The cube's done. So you just stop the timer as fast as you can.
Oh, so you just
So you just, once you're done, you just stop it.
Oh,
and you can't touch the cube while you're stopping the timer, so you just drop the cube.
At this point, have you ever smashed the table in just, going in that force or done something to the table?
I haven't broken the table yet, but I have broken the timer. So I was lucky not to get disqualified from that competition. But it was a pretty bad day overall for me. So I think I took my aggression out on that timer a bit too.
So how many types of cubes are there?
I don't know the exact amount, but there's definitely a few hundred types, because you can come up with any kind of cube. You start from a 1x1, which is just one block like this with all 6 colors. There's 2x2, 3x3, 4x4, 5x5, 6x6, 7x7. It goes on all the way till 21x21. I don't think anyone has gone further than 21x21, because it's really hard to make. It's got really tiny pieces, and if you move it the wrong way, it just explodes, and you've got these thousands of pieces just sitting in front of you. And if it's a 21x21, you can't even fix it. So with my 4x4, I've had a few pops. When it breaks apart, it's called a pop. So I've had a few pops. It took me like an hour just to put it back together. So with a 21x21, I wouldn't imagine trying to put that back together. It would take days. And then you've got different shapes, different kinds of puzzles. So you've got these big tile things. That's a new one. You've got these tiles with the colors, and you've got to like move them around until you solve it. I don't really know about it. And you've got this other thing called clock. So it's got 2 sides, and you've got to move the hands with these things on the side, and they have to face the same way or something. I haven't really ventured into these things at all, so I don't really know much about these different shapes and stuff, but I know they do exist and people do specialize in them.
Wow, I didn't know cubing has so much to learn, like pops and those timers. I never knew about this. All I thought there was a basic cube like this, and that's all. But in 10 years, I think technology has really, got cubes into the advancement.
Oh yeah, definitely. This thing, this would not have existed 10 years ago. 10 years ago, we were stuck in standard screws and springs and basic magnets holding this thing together. But now we've got just magnets holding this thing together. So if you open this up, I won't do it right now because it's I can actually open it up. I will remove one piece. So if you look in there, you can see the actual magnets. So the entire core is just magnets. So you won't really be able to see it because the magnets are pretty tiny, but you can see the one over there. That is a pretty strong magnet. I've got the strongest one set up over there, so it gives me the best results. And everything is just magnets. There's no screws or anything in there. So all of this would not have existed 10 years ago. This is all being thought of in the last 5 years. So technology has been a really big part of this. The same stuff that's being used in here, it's called maglev, is being used in Japan for their bullet trains. So the bullet trains, basically they hover over the tracks with the use of magnets. So on the bottom, you'll have these really strong magnets. They're called electromagnets. So they push the train upwards, and on the bottom of the train, you've got another set of electromagnets that only activate when they're going over this part. So when it's going over this part, it pushes it up, and that allows there to be no friction at all. So and when there's no friction, the train can go as fast as it can. So it reaches about 500 kilometers per hour. So that's basically an application of real life technology in something as small as this.
I think it's really smart of the people who invented cubes to put that bullet train mechanism into this. Otherwise, if someone's doing and they break the cube by mistake, like it's actually really cool that they made it like a bullet train going fast without friction. Have you ever done anything funny or silly during practice on your own, like solving a cube upside down?
Oh yeah, definitely. It happens all the time. I think almost every day I do something really stupid when I'm solving this thing. So sometimes when I'm on the last step, I'll just end up doing the same thing over and over. I don't realize I've already finished solving the cube. I just keep going, and by the time I realize it, it's been maybe 5 seconds extra, which throws off my average. You kind of zone out when you're doing something for a long time. So yeah.
By the way, what's an average?
So an average in cubing is an average of 5 solves. Right now my average is sitting around 17.6 seconds. So that's my daily average. That's not a competition average. My competition average will be around maybe 15 or 16 seconds because I have to step it up in competitions.
How much does you said in competitions it's 16 to 15 but normally it's 17. How much does every second count?
Oh, every second counts in this thing. It's like a modern day sprint where every millisecond counts. Like in the recent Olympics, the Noah Lyles finished first place, and there was a difference of maybe I don't really remember. It was 0.078. So I think that was the difference between first and second place. So just pretty similar to that. It's really important. Every second counts. Every millisecond counts in this thing.
Alright, Vyom. I think we got to know a lot more about cubing and also speed cubing. But now let's get to know about your personal growth. How you became a record-breaking cuber. So when did you first pick up a cube?
Well, it was definitely more than 10 years ago. I think it was maybe around late 2014 or 2015. So I saw this, I had tried solving this thing for a while. I think maybe 2 years before I actually started trying to solve it seriously. I think around 2014 is when I first picked this thing up, but I don't really take it seriously until 2015.
So how long did it take to solve your first cube?
I think it took me definitely 3 months to learn how to do it.
So at 6-year-old you were saying that in just 3 months you cracked the code to solving a cube.
Yeah, actually nowadays there's people even younger than 6. I think there's this kid who's like maybe 3 or 4 now. He's a Speedcuber as well. He's been endorsed by the Indian Cube Association, so they're putting him on the billboards, on the advertisements, on the flyers throughout the competition. So it's definitely becoming a more popular thing. Like younger and younger people keep showing up every day. Actually, in my last competition, one of these competitions I was judging at last year, back in January. I think 3-year-old girl who was competing with everyone else. This is a WCA competition as well, so it's international level. She's there solving with all these really good speed cubers. Of course, she wasn't the best because she's 3 years old. You can't expect her to be within the top 10 or even the top 20. But she was still there. So being at 3 years old and there's people even younger than that coming and doing this thing. Like they don't even know how to talk and they're doing this really complex thing already. It's pretty wild how these young kids are showing up and redefining the cubing world.
So what was your first competition like?
Ooh, my first competition. And that was, I think, a year after I actually learned how to solve this thing. I won in 2x2 and 3x3. So back then I used to do 2x2 as well. So I was very lucky and coincidentally I won my first competition, but that didn't really play out to my advantage for the next few years. Yeah.
So how did you celebrate winning your first trophy like this? Were you going out for a party or what did you do?
I think I definitely did go out and celebrate. I don't really remember what I did because it was so long ago, but I do remember celebrating it for a while.
So as you're talking about celebrations, can you tell us how you celebrated when your name entered the books of records like India Book of Record and Asia Book of Record?
Well, the Asia Book of Records is no small thing. I got my name in the Asia Book of Records in 2022. That was almost 4 years ago. I feel old now. So 2022, it was a group event actually. We were all solving a bunch of cubes to get our names into the Asia Book of Records. So the moment I saw that we actually did achieve the record and the person who was from Asia Book of Records, he confirmed it to us. I think that was an immense moment of joy for everyone who was participating in this thing. So it was really fun. It was COVID back then, so we didn't really have much to celebrate. We couldn't go out, but I had my own little celebration at home.
So at your first competition or any competition you have had till now, have you had any funny moments other than you breaking the timer?
Yeah, apart from breaking the timer, I have got a bit more control over what my hands do and the cube. But back when I was still new and fresh to competitions, I wasn't really in the zone when I was solving. So I was really nervous, my hands were shaking while I was solving. That would lead to these things called lockups, like when the cube gets stuck in this position, like this, and then it goes under a lot of stress and then eventually it pops. So during one of my solves, my hands were shaking really bad. I was really nervous about the solve. It was maybe 2019, one of my first few competitions ever. So I was really nervous, my hands were shaking a lot, cube's not doing its thing, and then it just pops. And then I'm looking at the guy who's sitting next to me and judging me. I'm saying, my cube popped, what am I supposed to do? And the guy just tells me, you're supposed to find the piece, put it back, and then you have to keep solving. So I thought if it pops, the timer automatically stops and I get another chance. But no, this guy tells me I've got to find the piece which flew off somewhere into the distance. I've got to put it back into the cube, fix the cube, and then go back to solving the cube. So at that point, what am I supposed to do? The piece is gone who knows where. And then I've got to put it back somehow, put it back, and then try and fix it, and then keep solving and still get a decent time. So I think I just gave up on that solve and just left after that.
So when this happens, nowadays is it changed to if your cube pops out, you get a new cube, but just at the same stage you were left? Like a person is sitting next to you and they're doing the exact same steps you do?
No, that's really not possible, because when you scramble a Rubik's Cube, there's maybe a few trillion possibilities, like different possibilities. So there's basically no chance that someone's doing the exact same thing as you.
So was the toughest part of being a speedcuber?
The toughest part is definitely coming back from a big loss. So back when I started out, after I mentioned that I won my first competition, and I said that it didn't really play out to my advantage. The reason is I had so much confidence. I actually had overconfidence in myself that I thought, I won my first competition, I must be really good at this. So I'm gonna win everything else. So I go to my second competition, nothing. I think, okay, maybe it's just a bad day. Third competition, nothing. Okay, I think, okay, maybe something's going on here, I'm not doing something right. Fourth competition, still nothing, not even a participation medal or a certificate. So I think, okay, there's something wrong here. I think I'm gonna leave this for a while, because nothing's changing. I won my first competition, how am I so bad at this now? So that bit of overconfidence right in the beginning, it kind of pushed me towards my eventual downfall. Well, it wasn't really a downfall because I did get back up. So it really demotivated me. I didn't want to do this thing because I won my first competition and I've lost so many after that. So I pretty much gave up on that thing for maybe a year or two. Then I decided, I saw this thing in the back of my cupboard. I'm like, okay, I think I can still do this. Try and solve it. I can't. So I think after 2 years of giving up, losing all hope on this thing, or any hopes of winning, I just put it out of my mind and just forgot a bunch. So I went back to my teacher and I learned most of it again. And then after that, my big push towards success started. So this is around 2018 or 2019 when I'm actually dedicating a lot of time towards this. So from then on, it's been an upwards journey. It's definitely been difficult because I have to put a lot of time into it. I've got to put a lot of money into it as well, because the best cubes are not cheap, not these days anyways. Back then it was maybe 700 rupees for a decent cube. Now it's 10 times that. So this one I paid maybe close to 8,000 rupees for. It's just a bit of plastic with a few magnets in there as well. So 8,000 rupees for a bit of Chinese plastic with magnets in it, compared to something that was only 700 or 800 rupees back then, was still considered world class. So time and money, I think that's a big thing. So I spent more time, more money into putting more effort into this. I did get better eventually, and then the worst thing that could happen happened. So then this one competition came around where I was in the under 18 category and I was only 14 at that time. So I was out of the under 14 because I was already 14, and I had to participate with the under 18s. So there were these really fast guys, and I thought, okay, there's not many guys. I think I can catch up to them if I'm fast enough. And I thought I was fast enough. So they were giving out trophies for the top 3 winners. And in that competition, I got 4th place. I missed it by 0.01 by 1 millisecond. So I missed a trophy by 1 millisecond, and that just shows how important every single millisecond is in this sport. It's not recognized as an official sport, but I think it is. So that really pushed me towards making myself better. So my entire mindset was, this guy beat me by 1 millisecond, I've got to beat him by at least 10 seconds in the next competition. So I spent even more time. I'm doing maybe 200, 300 solves every day, and then that's gotten me to where I am right now.
So now that we've learned from your bumpy roads, let's give them some advice to make their road smooth. So what advice would you give parents of kids who would like to, try cubing?
Well, I would say that if your kid's really interested in cubing, you should definitely help them with it. Like, you shouldn't put it aside as to something that's just a pastime. You can definitely put your entire life and dedicate your life to this thing, and you can be one of the best if you really want to. Kids these days are going to like 7 different tuitions every single day. They don't have time for any social activities, or they don't have time to be themselves and explore what they want to do. If they really want to do it, give them time just for this. Like, give them a day out of the week just for this, where they can do whatever they want with the cube. Give them some funding as well, because if your child is really interested in doing this, eventually they're going to progress and they're going to start getting better. When they start getting better, you've got to start providing them with some funds to get to that better level. So you can't expect to be the best in the world if you're still using one of the standards Rubik's cubes.
So how can cubing help in academics?
Well, there's this entire thing that people say that if you have to be smart to solve a cube. It's not really true. In my opinion, it's not true, because anyone can learn how to solve a cube and anyone can be good at it. Personally, my academics aren't the best. I don't think they are, at least. That's what I tell myself, so I can be better. And I still solve this thing pretty well. And I've definitely seen some other people who don't really care about academics and they're really good at this.
Okay, so now I have a special challenge for you. Teach me any trick in like 5 seconds or a few seconds. So let me just keep my this thing down. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I can teach you something.
Is there any kind of trick in cubes? And actually, if I jumble it up for you, how will it look like? Like will it be a or what?
Well, it will take me a little bit longer than normal because I haven't really warmed up. That's also another thing people don't really know about cubing. You need, like an actual sport, you've got to warm up a long time before you start solving in a competition. So I start warming up 30 minutes before the competition. So a lot of people don't think of it that way. You just go to the competition, you start solving, but it's a proper routine. So I won't be able to solve my fastest right now because I have not warmed up.
Can you show us how you warm up? What is warm up like in cubing?
Okay, well, I would start by just stretching my fingers out because these tend to get tight over time, especially if you're writing a lot of stuff. So I do both hands, primarily my index and middle finger, because these are doing the most movements. Stretch these out and then just get the blood flowing into them. And then I just do some repetitive movements like this. Just practice a few algorithms that I know I'm going to be using a lot. And then I just do stuff like that.
Fast.
That's actually my slowest algorithm. I don't like that algorithm at all, so it's my slowest one. But this one is my favorite one, so I do it pretty quick. So that was 24 moves that I just did there. So I did 3 repetitions of the same algorithm. So that was 12. Sorry, not 24. That was then.
Is this the proper thing? There's a green, I think.
Yeah. That was just one repetition.
Okay.
So now it's 24. So I can teach you a really cool pattern if that's okay.
Yeah.
So basically, you move this middle layer. Actually, for you it'll be easier to just move the top and bottom layer. So you do this 2 times. So I did this. So I did this 1 time and then 1 more time. So it'll give me the opposite colors. And then I just do that on every side. So 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So that gives you the checkerboard pattern. So I think this is a pretty cool thing you can do if you've got a cube of your own and you don't really know how to solve it, but you want to make a cool showpiece out of it.
And then how do you solve it back?
You just do the same thing again. It'll just.
Oh, okay. Can I jumble it once and you solve it?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just gonna try doing it. I've never actually done a cube. I'm just randomly doing stuff. I think my jumbling is slower than your cubing.
It might be. So okay. So normally when I'm solving a cube, I'll have 15 seconds of inspection time where I look at the cube after I'm done scrubbling it, and then I'll decide what to do. So I'll give myself 15 seconds. You can count down from 15 if you want. Okay, I will start now.
Okay.
There you go. So it was a bit slow because I'm not warmed up.
Yeah.
And also I'm not used to.
For me, it's actually very fast.
Yeah.
I'm like.
To the normal person, it's pretty fast. Like people don't expect someone to solve it within 20 seconds.
Oh, okay, cool. Alright, Vyom. Now it's everyone who has sat in this chair's favorite. Rapid fire. Quick answers, no thinking.
Okay.
Like you do Rubik's Cube.
Yeah. You should be good at this.
Fastest solve ever.
8.77 seconds.
Favorite cube brand.
GAN.
Cube color you always start with.
White.
A cuber you admire.
Felix MDX.
Favorite sport beside shot put, javelin throw and cubing.
Football.
Weird advice a coach has given.
Close your eyes.
Close your eyes and solve. Is that even possible?
People solve blindfolded as well. It's an entire category in the world.
Have you done that?
I can't.
Oh,
I've tried it. It doesn't work.
Complete this. Cubing taught me that.
Pain.
So that was lightning fast, I think, just like you solve your cubes. just that just solving cubes is way more faster. So what's next for you?
In cubing?
Yeah, in cubing.
Okay, so in 2025, Worlds 2025 just happened. So that's the world competition. So it happened back in the US. It happens every 4 years, I think, 4 or 3 years. So now the next one is every 2 years. So the next one's gonna happen in 2027, and that's gonna happen in Sweden. So luckily for me, I finished my 12th grade in 2027. So I will have a little bit of free time after I'm done, and I really I hope to attend Worlds 2027 in Sweden when I'm done with all of that, and actually get to meet a few of my speeding icons and inspirations.
One final message for an aspiring Rubik's Cube champ?
Well, if you really are interested in solving a Rubik's Cube and you want to become a Speedcuber in the distant or near future, I would say go all in. Don't spend too much time thinking about what you could have done differently. It doesn't matter. If you've done badly in the past, it's in the past. You don't need to care about it. What you need to care about is going into the future and how you can act on your mistakes and make your times even better. So I would say go all in, spend as much time as you can without disrupting your daily life, and just try your best. At the end of the day, if you try, that's all that matters.
Vyom, this was epic. Thanks for unplugging your story. And to everyone watching, remember, every champ has a story, and we're here to unplug it. See you in the next episode. And also follow Champs Unplugged, like, share and repost.